Hey, it's Dr. Matthew Jirjis here at Proactive Health Group. So today I wanted to talk about a treatment plan and a progression and really the road to recovery, right? So generally what happens is we see you when you're here. You're injured, you're suffering, and you're motivated to come in because you're feeling it, which is normal, of course. Nothing wrong with that, right? So we see you a couple times. Sometimes people feel great immediately after one visit. Other times they take a couple, but generally we know we're gonna be able to relieve your pain and get you feeling better. People tend to feel better when they leave the treatment. 90% of the time they feel an improvement, which is good, right? So they get at this point where they're feeling a bit better, and this is where people drop off. And the reason for it can be explained in some other terms here. So let's think about other conditions that the body deals with, right? Let's say you have cancer or heart disease. What's the first symptoms you feel? Because it's not pain, right? These things have been going on for years, months, maybe decades before you feel the pain. Pain is generally one of the last signals your body tells you that something's going wrong, right? So let's say you have shoulder issue. You've probably been moving wrong for years. You've probably had muscular imbalances for years. You've probably had an aggravating factor in your life for years, whether that be the way you sleep or the way you sit at your desk, right? And then it kind of boils up to the point where you experience that pain and all of a sudden you're like, oh, something's wrong. Well, something's been wrong for a while, right? So you get to this point and you start to feel a bit better, so people tend to drop off. And then things slowly come back and regress back to here, right? And we can get you back up there, but when decision time happens, it's all about, all right, you're feeling better, but we need to look at this objectively. How do we make long-lasting improvement, right? We don't want this thing to come back. We want to see you until we've finished and resolved the issue and then not see you again for the same complaint. And we do that by continuing with the road to recovery, making sure that we're lengthening and relaxing those overly tight, shortened muscles, strengthening the weak muscles, getting some durability in the structures, and then also correcting the movement patterns, right? And then that finishing piece would be making sure that we're watching for those aggravating factors, because there's always something in your life that is making things a recurrent issue. And like you talked about, it could be your sleep, it could be with a sport you're playing or whatever. But once we get the whole kind of picture all together, treat everything combined, and then objectively correct the way you're working and the way your body moves, that's when we see long-lasting recovery, in which case you may only want to come on once a month or longer, and that's okay. But once we get you there, then you're good. Anyways, that's all for today.